Welcome to another video. In this particular video, we're going to talk about some real things in the universe, how this particular thing will help improve your life, right? Now in this particular video, I'm going to share some personal experience and share with you how you are going to improve yourself. So let's get into the video. Now first of all, you need to understand that whenever you see people winning in life, there's a structure, there's a background work that is going on that maybe you are not aware of, and you most of the times ask yourself how people are succeeding in life. I know you have tried your hands on so many things, and there are some particular things that have worked for you and there's some particular things that did not work, and you most of the times ask yourself, why is it so? After trying my hands on so many things in the universe, I've come to understand these few things, how the universe works and how you are going to improve yourself. Your life will improve drastically if you pay attention to these 4 things that I'm going to talk about in this particular video. The first one is find yourself. I know it sounds simple, but I want you to understand this particular thing and also pay attention to your own journey so far, how you are embarked on whatever you're doing, or whatever project you are doing in life right now, or whatever work you're doing, or your career, or your life basically, right? You need to understand that whenever you succeed at anything, you need to have a little bit of clarity about that particular thing you're doing. That reminds me of when I started paying attention to who I want to become in the universe. That was when I was in my 300 level. I've shared this severally. I've shared this on this particular channel as well, and there's this particular thing I tell people: if you want to find yourself, there are some particular questions that you ask yourself. You need to sit down, pay attention to who you want to become. You need to ask yourself some particular questions, and there are some persons that you are seeing in the world succeeding. They have asked themselves this particular question as well. They paid attention to who they are. They figured out their own strengths and their own weaknesses. If you do this properly, you're gonna figure out who you want to become. I've always asked myself this particular question, that who do I want to become? Samuel, who do you want to become in the next 5 years, in the next 6 years, in the next 10 years, right? This will give you a clarity of who you want to become. Because I know for a fact that whenever we see people succeeding in life, we ask ourselves that, what are we going to do in order to get to those stage? What are we going to do in order to build something? What are we going to do in order to succeed at anything we are doing, right? If you pay attention to the universe, there are some particular persons that are building their own brands. There are some particular persons that they are doing well in their own career, and you most of the times ask yourself that, why are these people succeeding, and why it's my own journeys are particular things that I'm doing, that is you are doing, that are not succeeding. You need to find yourself. That is the first thing that you need to do. Now, this finding yourself, that it's so crazy how the universe works. There are some particular persons that it takes them 2 years. There are some particular persons that it takes them 1 year, or even less than a year, or let's say 6 months. They get clarity on what they want to do. They have idea or knowledge of what they want to do, and that depends on the kind of people that they know. That is why you need to also pay attention to your own network, the people that you know. You need to ask yourself some questions. Finding yourself comes with asking yourself questions. It's only when you ask yourself some particular questions about who you want to become, who you really are, that you have clarity of your own self. You have clarity of who you really are, and then that will be the first step that you will take in becoming a great person. Now, it comes with patience as well. You need to be very patient with yourself. Like I said, it will neither take you 1 year or 2 years of finding yourself. There are some people in the universe that got clarity about finding themselves in less than a year, or 2 years, or maybe 3 years, and they boast about themselves. Maybe they feel it's luck, or maybe you see it as luck, or there's some particular things that you did in your own life that worked out, and you ask yourself that, did I get these things by luck? You didn't get them by luck. there are some particular questions that you ask yourself and you got them rightly right. So that's the first step that you need to do. You need to find yourself. Now, secondly, the second thing that you're supposed to do is to mind your business. Now, this second thing they're supposed to do is to mind your business. Like we have said in the first step, the second step is to mind your business. Now, we are human beings. Now, we are in the universe. We have different strengths and weaknesses. We have our own potentials differently in different areas, in different fields, right? And there are some persons that have gone all out. They are going all out on whatever they are doing in the universe, be it their own career, be it their own work, and whatever they are creating in the universe, right? They are sharing it to the world. Now, we most of the times come across people's contents, their own journey in life, how they are sharing their journey in life, and even us, how we share our journeys in life, right? And if you don't mind your business, you'll be distracted. This is where a whole lot of persons, they don't get it right in life. You need to mind your business. If someone is sharing their own journey, what you need to do is to mind your business. Don't be distracted. If you don't mind your business, trust me, this will contribute to you not improving your life. I've seen this work in my life. I've heard people share this a lot, because distraction is one of the things that will keep you stuck. Distraction is one of the things that will keep you in one place, that will not improve your life. And if you don't pay attention to this particular thing, if you get distracted, you will see your life, it will be so miserable and it will be so shocking to you. In the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, you will see yourself moving in a cycle. You will see yourself doing some particular things and you will not see improvement in your life. You will ask yourself, why is it so? And it will be because of this particular reason that you are not minding your business. You are being distracted. I remember having a conversation with someone that I call my daughter, is Benedicta. We were having a conversation. She asked me that, what's the difference between distraction and challenge? And I still remember answering that question. That was the first time someone asked me that kind of question, and with the kind of idea and experience I have, I was able to answer her correctly. I've never received that particular question from anyone, right? And the answer still amazed me till date, because it makes me to also be mindful of my own self. I was able to tell her, I told her that, okay, distraction is when you pay attention to content or things. Content, I mean, not online content alone, I mean stuff around you. Distractions are things that you pay attention to that doesn't really need your attention. Distractions are things that you pay attention to that doesn't really need your time. Now, distraction can be avoided. But challenges cannot be avoided. Let me give an example. I told her, I still remember giving her this particular example. I told her that if I want to get to a particular location and I get distracted on my way to that particular place, of which I could have avoided that particular thing that got me distracted. Maybe if I want to move myself from here to a particular location, and on my way I met people that I could have ignored. I met some persons on my way, or of which I could have ignored them because I have somewhere that I'm going to, right? I have somewhere that I'm going to, and I could have avoided and neglected those people because I have a destination. I know where I'm going to. That is a distraction. Now I can choose to pay attention to those people. I can choose to answer them. If they are calling on me, I can choose to pay attention to them and get distracted on my way because I have a destination. I have somewhere I'm going to. So that is one of the examples of distraction. And the challenge is using this same example, right? I'm going to a particular destination, and on my way I met people that maybe in that particular destination I'm going to, there's a room I want to go and carry maybe my gadget, and there's a room there that is locked, and on my way I need to get the key to the padlock of that particular room from someone on my way getting to my destination. That is a challenge, because if I ignore those people and I get to my destination, I won't be able to get my gadgets from that particular room. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is a challenge, because I cannot ignore that particular person, because the person has a key, or the person has access to where I'm going to. So what I need to do is to find a way around that particular thing, find a way around my particular challenge I have. Maybe the person is not even within the location of my own destination. I need to find the person, call on the person, find where the person is, and go and get the key, so I can be able to have access to the room that I'm going to go and get my gadgets. These are two different things, right? Challenge cannot be ignored. I feel like you cannot ignore challenge. You need to find a way around a particular challenge or challenge that we have in life. But distractions can be ignored. Distractions can be avoided in life. And the third one is feel inspired, don't feel oppressed. I know for a fact that there are some particular persons that have gone ahead of us to do amazing things. They are still doing amazing things, and in one way or the other, they are ahead of us. The fact is that they are doing amazing things and they have clarity more than us. And there are some particular persons that are still trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. How do you want to find clarity with building their own brand or their own career or their own journey, life journey, basically. The worst thing you would do is to feel oppressed by people that have gone ahead of you, that are doing amazing things. And funny enough, these particular persons, they have started doing this thing maybe 10 years before you even started doing what you are doing right now. Now, you'll even be a fool. You'll be a fool if you pay attention or you feel oppressed with people's content online or offline, right? What you need to do is to feel inspired. I still remember one of my mentors sharing this particular thing to me, right? He inspires me a lot. Whenever I pay attention to him, whenever I take things to him, he usually inspires me, he usually encourages me to find clarity about what I'm doing, all of that, right? And that is one among the smartest things you should pay attention to. Don't feel oppressed by what people are doing in life. Feel inspired by what they are doing, because they have gone ahead of you. What you need to do is to pay attention to their own journey and then figure out how you can be able to improve your own life. Find encouragement with their own journey and how they are sharing their own life, right? Now, the fourth thing is be consistent. After finding yourself, after pay attention to whatever you're doing, after minding your own business, after feeling inspired, you need to be consistent. Pay attention to your own journey. There are some particular persons that will pick what they want to do in their life and they spend neither 5 months or 6 months or even a year and they get tired of that particular thing. If you are that kind of person, you are not really prepared with what you want to get in life, because this particular life, you need to be consistent on your own journey. And being consistent means you showing up every day. It means you showing up every day. If you are building your own business, if you are improving yourself, show up every day. Show up every day. The lessons and the failures and everything, they are making your life better. Show up every day, right? And if you pay attention to the 4 things, if you find your own self, you find clarity in life, a bit of it, and you mind your own business and you feel inspired with what people are doing and be consistent, trust me, you're going to improve your life, right? And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. These 4 things will improve yourself and you have a better version of yourself. Now, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I share content like this, right? And let's feel inspired. Let's go create our own selves, create a better version of ourselves, and be successful in the universe. I will see you in the next video.